What up, YouTube? It's your girl, Mira Vlogs, and I just watched the third episode of Game of Thrones, and my heart, I have so many questions, feeling emotional. If you haven't watched the third episode, or you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I don't know what to tell you. This is the last season. What is wrong with you? And I'm tired of people who haven't watched that freaking show saying, "Oh, what's so great about it?" And when The Walking Dead was on, nobody was talking about The Walking Dead because The Walking Dead is boring. I'm so tired of people keep putting up these memes and posts about, oh, what is it? Like, oh, I don't watch Game of Thrones. It's like a stupid post like, oh, what is it? It's like, oh yeah, pretty much I don't watch Game of Thrones, or like, I'm the only one who doesn't watch Game of Thrones. Who freaking cares? Nobody cares. Leave that negativity over there. It's so sad. I don't understand why people do that. It's just like, okay, we get it. You don't watch Game of Thrones. If you don't watch it, keep your comments to yourself. And we want to discuss it because we have so much emotional dedication to it. It's like, this show came along. Yeah, I think Game of Thrones came out before, or no, came out after The Walking Dead. I'm not knocking The Walking Dead. I think it's slow paced. Is it a bad show? No. It's boring to me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to trash it or say, I never watched it. Because I don't care. But the other thing is that this third episode was the Great War. And that was the dead versus the living. And it was to show if the Night King was going to kill off Bran, who's also aka the the three-eyed raven, and I was watching it like eating my snacks, my little snacks, and then I realized this is gonna be a lot of spoilers, but I guess I'll save that for now. But when I first watched the episode, I didn't know what to expect. I did see an interview with the actor that plays Bran on the Jimmy Kimmel show, which was pretty funny. But and there were some good characters. I think, okay, if I do this, I'm about to spoil it for you. But with that being said, he did not do any spoilers. He said that one time when he was going to college, he did a spoiler by accident because he would his math teacher got him distracted, and I guess it was like, okay, you're not on the cast, like you're not in the role right now, so you're not playing anybody, you're being yourself. So when you talk about it, it's like, oops, they don't know that part. But oh, okay, I'm just gonna get into it. This means I'm spoiling for you. Okay, so the first, I think it was like, okay, it had to be, I think I counted 4, no, it had to be like 5 good, I think 6 good characters, even though they had small parts, but they were part of a crucial, like they knew the Stark family, or they knew Daenerys in a very crucial way where they were connected to them, and they freaking died. I was so upset. And then I forgot the I think she's I don't know the characters' names. I should have been on IMDb and asked and try to check the characters' names, but I'm gonna just describe her, which is terrible. I should know, since I've been watching this show for so long, I should know the characters' names. But the little girl from the north, that's like the Baron or whatever, that's not what it's called, but whatever. The Warden of, not even the Warden of the North, but she's part of the North. She dies, like in a badass way, fighting a giant wildling, might I add, by stabbing her in the eye. She may have probably been angry, or, well, she's definitely angry, but she may have shown fear, but I didn't see no fear. I saw, like, a badass chick stab a freaking giant in the eye. Like, fuck you, bitch. I don't either, girls. But I have so many emotions. I was, like, shaking. I wanted to cry. I wanted to eat some potato chips. I wanted... It was, like, so many emotions. I don't understand. And I don't have so many questions, but I do at the same time. Like, well, the Night King is destroyed. He got destroyed by Ira, and that was really cool because she was set in her ways of killing off people. Maybe the Night King was on her list, but I don't remember the list very well. But at the same time, I didn't expect that. I was not expecting her to jump in the air and kill that dude. Well, the Night King, he's not living, so I shouldn't even consider him a dude. But I didn't expect him to jump in the air, jump in the air, and then she did a freaking switcheroo on his ass and was like, "Oh, you thought you got me? Well, bam! You dead. You dead. You dead." I didn't expect that. But then I was like halfway expecting it. No, I wasn't expecting it at all, to be honest. But I was expecting something glorious to happen. Oh man. But so many emotions. I love Game of Thrones. I wish this wasn't the last season. It's like I want to have a Game of Thrones party and ask people that know more about it. I even had a coworker of mine talking about it, was geeking out for a minute, and he told me his like theories, and he was telling me things that I didn't even know about the show, and probably other people do know or may not know. But like if you read the books, then you definitely are way ahead of me and way ahead of other people. They're probably like, duh, this is supposed to happen. Just like the end game. That's supposed to happen. Duh, if you read the comics. But so long summary short. I'm going to tell you the reasons why you should watch Game of Thrones. For one, it has a good storyline. Not so, 2, great characters. 3, it keeps you gripped. It keeps you interested. It's never like, they never have stories, like episodes that just feed into, like, there's always a cliffhanger, but they never have a story where it's just like, it's just there. I forgot that phrase. But 5, they're if you don't even like medieval stuff, look at it for the scenery, the beautiful like cinematography. I don't even talk like that. Cinematography. I kind of do, but cinematography is well rounded in this series. The music is great. I've been to the Game of Thrones orchestra twice. One when I was working, 2 when I was a guest, and it's well made. Even the guy Senjar Tarian, I forgot his name. I didn't forget the name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. My bad. He did. You can't say that about Game of Thrones. There's nobody singing Game of Thrones songs, but the lead singer from System of the Down, that's one of the list. One of the reasons why I would even watch Game of Thrones is because the lead singer of System of the Down had sung lyrics to the Game of Thrones theme song. 7. there's amazing action. There's action sequences where the fighting is really intense. The battles are never slow paced or tiring or when is this gonna be over. It's very like, oh my gosh, just like with, I think that was statement number 3 or 4, where it's always gripping, it's always keeping you on your toes. We're on 8. I didn't say how many I was gonna give, but I feel like 10 should be a valid number to give. I could have gave 5, but I'd rather give 10. So 8. The love stories, well, let me be clear. Cersei and Jaime Lannister is not a love story. I don't care if they fall in love with each other. That's disgusting. That's incest. If you don't know about that, Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister are related. They're brother and sister, and they fall in love with each other, have kids behind Robert Baratheon's back. And I feel like that was out of spite as well, but that's disgusting. I don't care what anybody, well, I'm sure everybody agrees with me, unless you're like a redneck, I don't know. But it's disgusting. 9, I said the music, I said, okay, 9, you're gonna meet a lot of new friends talking about Game of Thrones. Because if you talk about Game of Thrones, it's probably like 12 people in the room that are like, Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones? Did you just talk about Game of Thrones? Because they're so interested in it, and they'll talk about it. I don't care if you're a nerd, I don't care what stereotype you are, a lot of people watch Game of Thrones. And my phone is ringing. Well, anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for liking my video. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Peace.